Hello there, and welcome to the Financial Wellness Wealth Wednesday show. We apologize that today we had to come a bit late due to some technical inconveniences, and we really apologize to our audience. First off, we want to really thank you for your continued support on our channel. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you so much for watching our videos every now and then. And most of all, we really want to thank those that go ahead to inbox us, send us their requests, and those who've really taken the action to allow us to be part of their financial journey. We really want to thank you and appreciate your presence and support so far. So to those that are joining us right now, I know it's we are late, quite late, due to as I mentioned earlier, we had some technical errors, and but now we are here, and I'm so excited for the Wealth Wednesday show. In case you're joining us as a new person, I'd just like to let you know this is a show where we get to discuss on various money management principles and of course business principles. Usually we do get sometimes to have a guest on attending the show with us, and sometimes like today it will be me alone trying to share with you on the tips that you need to have or to acquire so that you can become more financially literate to make financially wise decisions. So before we can start tonight's show, I would encourage you to go on Instagram and ensure you followed us at Financial Wellness Center. A link will be attached in the description section of this video. Also, you may want to follow us or visit our Facebook page, Financial Wellness Center, so that you can like our page, follow us, so that you can be able to get real-time updates when it comes to money matters and business management issues. So I'll go right away. As I had mentioned earlier that tonight's topic is overcoming money shame. Now, we are in a society where we've been made to see everything as perfect. And this is due to things like social media and other platforms, whereby we see things or we see people appearing to be perfect. But in real sense, sometimes it's not actually that they are perfect, but they are trying to put up a face that appears to be perfect to the audience. Now, this has, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it has led to some repercussions or some, it has resulted to some people having to get into money messes or financial situations such as very huge debts. Others have had to, withdraw their investments and savings just to keep up with the trends in the social media. So this has resulted to a lot of people being in massive debt, um, being in massive debt. It could be borrowing from mobile apps, it could be borrowing from financial institutions, it could be credit card debt, just because they want to put up a face that they are perfect. It could be you want to appear that you're well-traveled a person, or you want to appear that you are a person who has been exposed so much, such that you just want to bring out a face that is really not you. Now, as I said earlier, most people have found themselves in such situations, and they've ended up having what we call money shame. They've made financial mistakes. They've made quite a number of money mistakes that some of them, it will take them years for them to get out. So when they think about that and when they try to see what else can they do, they already have this package that they've put out there. They decide to live in this cocoon that we call money shame. So Just to start us off, I'll define what money shame is to those that have been following us on our um, Facebook page and on our Instagram. We did a post earlier on to support today's Wealth Wednesday show, where we said that there are so many people who have found themselves in money mistakes or money situations, and they continue to live with the guilt and shame. Let's say, for example, maybe you took a debt, and at that time you are not really conscious of your finances, or you did not have enough knowledge. For example, you took a credit card, and you misused the credit card, and now you are in a situation where you cannot repay the credit card on time, or due to some situations like maybe your income stream was cut off, or maybe you are now operating under a reduced income, so you're not able to meet your credit card debt repayment agreement. Now, most of these people, what happens to them is that they feel like they've given up on their financial journey, or they've given up on their money habits, so they continue to live in that guilt and shame. And you know what money shame does? It takes away your joy. It doesn't help you improve your finances, and of course it just reinforces more of your negative experiences. It makes you to panic more, and gives you a lesser ability to achieve your desired financial outcomes. So especially on the negative experiences, I've seen a lot of people, um, once they find themselves that they have massive credit card debt, and they feel like I'm guilty, and um, I'm just ashamed of my financial situation. What they do not focus on getting out of it. They keep on doing it. They keep on accessing more debt. They keep on accessing more withdrawing out their savings. They keep on spending even on their emergency fund if they have one. They keep on selling even their investments just to keep up with the facade they had put out there. And it's because they feel they are in a financial hole that they can't get out of it. I usually call it financial depression. We know we have depression generally, and but there is what I call financial depression, whereby someone is in really deep financial mess, and since they feel like they can't get out of it, they feel like they really don't have the energy to get out of it, they continue to practice bad money habits. They continue to just appear like they don't care, but deep down, whatever they are doing is having an effect on them. So that is what money shame is all about. This is where you've made financial mistakes, you've made quite a number of them, and you don't know how to get out of them. So what you do, since you feel guilty, you feel like you don't have enough strength or energy or opportunities, you continue to make those mistakes, and you continue to live under them. Now, the thing is, when you are going through such a season, it's very important for you to recognize and question your negative money stories, beliefs, fears, and be open and open up yourself to the possibilities of financial clarity and control. Now, uh, earlier on in the week, we did a video on our Facebook page whereby we said 80% of your financial success largely depends on your mindset towards money. What are your beliefs about money? What are your fears about money? What do you think about money? So when it comes to money shame, when you are in such a situation, most people, they tend to have a very negative attitude towards money. So when you want to overcome such a shame or such a situation, it's important for you to shift your attitude towards money and recognize and question your negative money habits. So you need to be keen. You first of all need to recognize. After you've recognized your negative money beliefs and habits, then you can question, why am I, like, for example, why am I buying uh, let's say clothes on credit using a credit card, yet I can buy them using cash? Remember, if you have a credit card, if you're going to buy a cloth, let's say worth $100 or $50, you won't pay the bank $50. You'll pay them $50 plus an interest. Now, if you compare, if you could buy the same cloth with hard cash, you would have paid less. So that when you come to such a realization, when you start to question such things, it opens you up to financial clarity and control over your financial mistakes and of course your financial journey. So tonight we shall not focus more on money shame, rather we'll be focusing more on how you can overcome if you have found yourself in such a situation. I do understand that especially during this pandemic season, a lot of people, they've borrowed money. Quite a number of people, they've borrowed a lot of money. They found themselves in debt due to some reasons, and it's important for you to know how you are going to get out of it, because I am a strong believer that no situation is permanent. It might seem difficult right now, but after a while, after some time, you are going to get out of it. Now, how you get out of it matters a lot, because it will build up the capacity on whether you will go back to the same mistake or you will make better informed decisions. And that is what Wealth Wednesday tonight is seeking to address. We are going to show you or share with you tips that will help you, such that when you are overcoming your money shame, when you're finally getting out of that financial mess, you will know what to do. You will know how to set yourself up for financial success rather than finding yourself going back. It's just the same. Money shame is, I usually like to liken money shame with addiction. Now, if somebody is addicted to something, let's say a drug or something. So if this person is an addict to something, the minute they make that decision to come out of the addiction, if they don't have a solid foundation that will help them to move forward, chances are high they usually find themselves back to what they came out of. So just the same way an addiction, it's easy to slide back into your addiction. The same way it's easy to slide back into depression, it is also easy to slide back into money shame. It's also easy to slide back into bad money habits if you do not have a plan, or if you do not know what you need to do so that you don't end up falling back in the same situation. So to those that are joining me, I really want to thank you so much. I really appreciate your support so far. I encourage you to keep on sharing this link. Ensure you share it out to your friends, share it out to as many people as possible, as we are about to start the live session in a few minutes. I'm going to share the tips for tonight. So keep on inviting more people, keep on sharing the link as you progress, and most of all, keep on bringing your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them towards the end of the session. So just 1 second, I set up something here. Yeah, perfect. So as I said, I will be sharing with us tips. I think there will be like I had written here. There will be like 5 tips. Yeah. So if you are going through a money shame situation or moment, the first thing you need to do is you need to talk to your loved ones about money. Now, remember, I said money shame are money mistakes we've made, and we are not comfortable talking about them. We are kind of scared to address them head on, or we just don't feel like we don't have even the energy. We feel weak. Actually, weak is the word. We feel weak to talk about them. So how do you get to overcome such a scenario? Number one, you need to talk to your loved ones about money. Now, the more we open up about something, the less isolated and ashamed we feel. Remember, I said money shame is like money depression. Okay, so in money depression, when you are in a money shame kind of situation, if you want to overcome it, it's important for you to talk to your loved ones about money. The more we open up about something, the less isolated and ashamed we will feel. I guarantee you that you know people who've made the same decisions or been in the same position as you have, but you won't know if you don't open up about where you are and where you've been. Now, if you don't talk about it, and this is where I encourage people, if you are in a certain financial situation that is so terrible, you feel so guilty about it, you even feel ashamed that you made such a financial mistake, it's important for you to um, find people that you trust to talk about it. Talk to your loved ones about it. If you have it could be your family, it could be your trusted friends, it could be a professional like financial wellness center, people who will keep your financial information confidential. So talking about it, it will help you, because when you start talking about something, you will automatically start finding people who've been through the same. Example, you have seen people post things on social media, then all of a sudden, when you view the comments section, you find like, oh yeah, I went through the same situation in year so and so, but this is how I managed to overcome it. Or you'll find somebody like, they'll tell you, yeah, I was in such a situation, but I did this and this, and I was able to get out of it. So when you are under a money shame kind of situation, it's important for you to talk about it. Let people you trust, people you love, people that you feel comfortable being around them, let them know, share with them what you're going through. Once you start sharing with other people, it becomes easy for you to come out of the situation. And of course, they become like your accountability partners. So you will learn from them, and at the same time, you will kind of become accountable on your next decisions that you make. Another thing is that when you're feeling alone in an experience, we tend to really isolate ourselves and beat ourselves more. Now, this tells you why I said at the beginning, most people that have made very big money mistakes, especially debt, if they don't find someone to talk about it, they beat themselves up. And how do they beat themselves up? They keep on piling more debts because they feel helpless. They feel like, you know what, I made this mistake, I can't get out of it, let me continue making it. It's the same way with people who are battling an addiction. If they don't find someone to talk to, someone to walk them out, they are likely to slide back into it. And one way to overcome money shame is that you need to talk to your loved ones about it. You need to let them know, or let the people you trust know that you've made certain money mistakes that you are really not proud of, but you're working towards getting out of it. As there's a saying that usually says, a problem shared is a problem half solved. So don't isolate yourself. That there's I usually say, or I usually tell my clients, There is no financial mistake that is too big that has never been experienced in this world. Even right now, when we are undergoing a global recession, it happened in 1929. And the one that happened in 1929, especially in the stock market, it was worse. It was terrible. But guess what? The stock market didn't end. Guess what? Economies, yes, sometimes the economy might collapse, but it doesn't mean that the economy will die. So there is no money mistake that is too big to get out of. There is no financial mess that is too big or too deep for you to get out, so long as you first of all talk to someone about it. It could be a professional. Financial Wellness Center is happy to offer you that service, or it could be your loved ones, or it could be people you trust. Once you talk about it, you'll find a lot of people who've gone through the same, and they'll share with you how you can get out. Another thing is that you can start this by just being honest when you can't necessarily afford to do something. Now, for example, this is why I usually say your circle of friends really matters a lot, because if you have friends that really understand you, they will be comfortable with you telling them that, you know what, my dear friends, today I'll not be able to go out because I'm working towards clearing my debt. Now, great friends will understand you and they will not put pressure on you. Now, the problem is most people, they don't have such kind of friends. They have the friends who just want YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. They don't even care to know how are you operating financially. Even if you tell them that you have a money situation, they will be like, they'll actually advise you wrongly. They'll be like, you can borrow money so that you can go out, or you can borrow money so that you can buy that designer thing, or you can borrow money so that we can do party. Such people, they are people you shouldn't be around. So you need to be honest with your friends. Tell them if you cannot afford it, just let them know, yes, I love you as my friends. I really want to be with you in this maybe event, or I would want to be part of the people owning such and such. But at this time, I am not able to buy it. I'm not able to commit myself. And by doing that, you'll be overcoming your money shame, because you'll be honest. It doesn't matter their opinion. Some of them will laugh at you at that time, and it's okay, because you will be knowing that you are in a journey. You are overcoming something. Tell your friends that you're trying to pay down your credit card. You could also tell them you're cutting back on dining out. Just be honest. Or you could even you could even suggest more affordable socializing options. So for example, if you and your circle, you're used to dining out in high-end places, when you are when you are in a season of money shame and you're trying to overcome, you could suggest them to a more affordable place so that you can still get to enjoy their company. So number one, talk to your loved ones about money. Don't keep quiet. Don't isolate yourself. Remember, if you isolate yourself, chances are high you will fall back into the same money mistake you have made, and will even get deeper and more worse. And number two is that for you to be able to overcome money shame, you need to forgive yourself for your past decisions. As I said earlier, we have made money mistakes. Personally, I am yet to meet someone who will tell me that, you know what, my entire lifetime, I've never made a financial mistake. No. Personally, I haven't met. I don't know about you. And if you've met one, please link me up with them. I would like to talk with them. Because most people, actually 90% or 95% of people, they've made money mistakes. Sometimes you made such money mistakes knowingly. Sometimes you made such money mistakes unknowingly. So it's important for you to forgive yourself for your past decisions. You have to forgive yourself for the financial mistakes you've made in the past. It's normal to be frustrated and wish that you've done something different. It's normal, but it won't actually change what happened. It's normal to feel like I wouldn't have taken that credit card. I wouldn't have invested all my money in that investment instruments. I wouldn't have taken that loan. I wouldn't have withdrawn all my savings. I wouldn't have opened a limited access account. It's okay to feel frustrated and wish that you couldn't have done it. But it's not okay for you to rely there. It's not okay for you to focus on that. It's important for you to switch to what we call self-forgiveness. For you to be able to overcome money shame, you need to self-forgive yourself. Accept that it's okay, I made that mistake. It's okay, I could have made another better decision. But since I've already made this bad decision at the moment, I am forgiving myself. One way to forgive yourself, like after you've forgiven yourself and you've done self-forgiveness, it's important. I always recommend coming up with positive affirmations and repeating them to yourself daily. Remember, the tongue has the power to create and manifest. So you found yourself in this money situation. It's okay. It's a terrible one. It could be massive debt. It could be you don't have a financial plan at all. You don't have an emergency fund, or maybe you've withdrawn all your savings, or maybe you've invested all your money to something that you thought it could give you more returns, but it gave you more losses. Now, once you've self-forgiven yourself, it's important for you. I always recommend you do daily affirmations. Speak positively about you. Speak nicely about your power or ability to handle money. This is not the time for you to say, oh no, I'm a terrible money manager, or oh no, I'm terrible at debt. No, this is not the time to say that. It's the time to, you could say like this. Some of I wrote here some positive affirmations you need to say when you are overcoming money shame. Number one, you can say, I am capable of improving my financial life. I deserve to be free of money shame. I am not defined by my past decisions. Now, when you say such kind of affirmations, you're telling yourself every day when you wake up, yes, you still have that debt that you need to slay. You still have all those money mistakes that you need to handle, but you need to tell yourself, I am not defined from my past decisions. I am capable of improving my financial life. I deserve to be free of money shame. Simply by doing that, you are planting a seed. You are speaking something into the universe, and it will manifest. So keep a positive attitude about yourself. As I said earlier, you have forgiven yourself. You've made your mistakes. It's fine. You've accepted the mistakes you've made. You've forgiven yourself. Now you move on to the next thing, which is making positive affirmations and declarations about yourself and money management. Now for this one, I'd just like to know from you, what are a few affirmations that you can repeat to yourself to help you move on from the past money shames you may have made? Feel free to share with me in the comment as we progress. I can see some of you are joining us. Keep on joining in, keep on sharing this live session. It is a session that you don't want to miss. Share with that person you feel that they will benefit from it, because remember, we have made money mistakes. Most of us, quite a number of us, have made money mistakes. But that is not important. What is important is, how are you going to overcome it? What foundations are you setting to overcome this money mistake? So I'll go to the third one. I remember I said the first way to overcome money shame is you talk to your loved ones about money. Number two, you need to forgive yourself of your past decisions you may have made. Number three, you need to make a list of everything you've done well. Yes, make a list of everything you've done well. Trust me, you cannot be 100% making wrong things. No, you can't. You may not have made all wrong money decisions in your entire lifetime. No, at some point, you must have made something that turned out to be great. It could be as simple as budgeting. You could have made a budget that was so effective that helped you through a certain month of the year. So that is something you need to write down. So you make a list of things that you've done well. Now, naturally, as a human being, it's very easy for us to focus on the things we've done wrong and forget about the things that we've done well. I know that I tend to agonize over my perceived shortcoming more often than praise the successes we've made. Most of us, it's very easy to pinpoint the mistakes you've made. It's very easy to say the wrong things you've done. How about you start saying the good things you've done? Now, sit down, make a list of all the things you've done well in your life. It could be big, it could be small. As I say, it could be even as small as having created a budget. It could not be a professional budget, but simply writing down a budget, your income and expenses. That is something you've done well. It could be that you've been able to track your expenses for the whole month. Most people are not able to track their expenses. So it don't just have to relate to money, it can be anything. Now, when you're overcoming money shame, since it's a very terrible situation to be in, I always recommend to my clients, write anything good. It could not be about money, anything apart from money, just write it. Then, after you've written down all the good things you've done, all the nice things you've done well, the next step is for you to be able to show how you can apply that action to a financial activity. Now, example, this is not a money activity, but it's something you have done well. So for example, if you are so good at finishing your task at your workplace every day, right? Maybe every day when you get to your workplace, you are able to finish your task. Or in your business, you're able to finish your tasks by the end of the day. You can write that down. Then you can add a financial task to your to-do list at work. So there are some people you find that when they are in their workplace, they get the discipline to do the work. Okay, so what you do, since you're so good at your workplace, what you do, you add a financial activity that you need to do. So it could be going through your statements to know where you're standing financially. Because maybe when you get in your workplace environment, you have more focus than when you get out. So you take advantage of that good thing you do well, that is being focused at your workplace, and use like something like your break or your lunch hour to go over your statements, your bank statements or your financial statements, to know how are you spending money or where your money is going through. So by doing that, you'll have made a step towards overcoming money shame. You have made a step towards getting out of a money shame situation that you may have found yourself in. Now, we'll go to the fourth one, which is choose small things you can start doing now. So progress doesn't always have to mean making huge changes or reaching big goals. And this one, I'll give us an example. When you start to exercise, you don't expect to gain muscles the following day. So for example, you exercise today and then you expect to gain muscle tomorrow. It doesn't happen like that. It takes time. So you need to choose small things you can start doing now. Now you need to break down your your goals into small activities, your financial goals into small activities. So, example, if you are battling, maybe you are an overspender, you don't know where you just can't get hold or control of your money. What I usually say is that you can start with small things like making a list of your expenses daily. Now, you know, some people, if you tell them, I need to know your monthly expenses, they're like, oh God, I can't tell you anything because it's too much. Now, for such a person, I'll break it down to you. Instead of even asking you for your weekly expense, I'll tell you, you know what? Before you go to sleep, you know that time when you're waiting for sleep to come, you can jot down the expenses you've done for that day. Maybe you bought groceries, maybe you bought lunch, maybe you bought anything you bought out there. Just write it down on a notebook or a paper. Now, if you keep on doing such a small task for a week, what will you end up at the end of the week? You will end up with a weekly expense sheet. If you continue doing it for 4 weeks, that is a monthly expense sheet you'll have, and it will help you when it comes to budgeting. Now, if you are struggling with taking control of your money, by simply doing such a small task every day, you'll be able to find out where your money is going. Then you can now start analyzing, how can I improve on my money habits? How can I reduce my expenses? Now, another thing you can do is, like, you can sign up for a budget tracking platform. I know we are in a technology world. A lot of us, we like technology things. Maybe you want an app instead of writing down on paper. So you could sign up for budgeting tracking platforms. There are quite a number on Google, or you can also introduce what I call the money minute. So money minute is whereby you schedule a day in a week where you sit down and analyze, this week, what have I bought? How much have I spent on? How much money have I bought? You know, all those things. You review your money. How much have I withdrawn? How much money have I made this week? How much money have I given out? Like, how much money have I spent versus how much money have I gotten, especially if you're in business. Then you break it down now to how much, what have you spent on? Maybe you could find that during your money minute hour, you could find that you've spent a lot of money eating outside, or you could find that you've spent a lot of money buying things that you really don't need. So doing such a small task, remember, money minute to me, it doesn't have to be a whole hour. It can be even 10 minutes where you just sit down, shut out everything. You could even turn off your phone. Yeah, shut out all distractions, then focus on, what have I bought this week? How have I spent money this week? By doing that, you are able to know, or to start a journey towards overcoming money mistakes you may have made. Remember, money shame is like depression. It's like I usually like to refer to money shame as money depression, whereby you've made a lot of mistakes, money mistakes, that you feel helpless, you can't get out. So one thing you can do is that you can choose small things you can start doing now. And I've said such small things could be, number one, you could make a list of all your daily expenses, do it every day, and this will take you like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I believe most of us, we don't buy a lot of things during the day unless you are an organization, a big organization. But if it's for a normal household, in a day you don't buy a lot of things. I don't think so. So you can just list down the expenses. Another thing, you can sign up for a budgeting track, or you can even consult with us, especially for the budgeting track. We can help you create a budget that will be able to highlight on the things you need to do or you need to highlight in your budget so that you can keep checking on them. Then the other thing you can do is like I usually call it money minutes. This is where you take time at least once a week. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 1 hour, depending on um, the length, the time period you are able to focus, and just focus on what you've been spending on. Focus on where you've been spending your money on, what have you been doing towards your money. If you have a credit card, it's in such a time you need to know, what have I purchased using credit card, how much have I spent, how much am I expecting to be charged or to be billed at the end of the month. If you are trying to get out of debt during this minute, you need to you review, what am I doing to, how am I working towards getting out of this uh, financial debt. You also review, what can I do? Do I need to consult with a financial professional like Financial Wellness Center? Do I need to get someone to mentor me? Do I need to be serious with my money meetings? All that. So such a small thing, it's a 10 minutes thing once a week. It will help you overcome money shame. It will build your confidence around money. So as I said, we are about to, we are almost coming to an end. To those that are joining us, we are talking about overcoming money shame. As I said while starting out, money shame is whereby you've made a lot of money mistakes, and these money mistakes that you've made, you feel so guilty and ashamed of them that you don't you don't even want to think about it. You are scared about it. You even become so negative about money. Now, if you are in such a situation, it's important for you to learn on how you can get out of money shame so that you can stay on track of your financial journey. As I said, money shame is like money addiction. It's like any other addiction. If you don't have solid foundation, if you don't have a well laid out plan, chances are high you'll find yourself sliding back to it. Example, if you are in massive debt, if you do not have a professional to walk the journey with you, or if you do not have a plan, a solid plan or a solid foundation that will help you get out, you'll find yourself borrowing more. You'll find yourself spending more on debt than necessary because you feel helpless. As I said, I've mentioned 4 tips that can help you overcome money shame. The first one is you need to talk to your loved ones about money. This is where you need to tell your family, you need to talk about money to somebody you trust. It could be a professional like Financial Wellness Center. You also need to let your friends know or your circle know that I'm currently going through a financial situation. I may not be able to afford this thing at this time. And you can also suggest to them more affordable options so that you can keep on keeping their company. Or if it comes to worst, if they are not able to understand you, because I know there are people who are like that, then this is the time you need to sacrifice and cut off such kind of people as you are working on yourself. Then the second thing I said is you need to forgive yourself for your past decisions. It's very easy for you to dwell on the wrong things you've done. It's very easy for you to speak negative things you've done. But when you forgive yourself, it gives you the chance to see the brighter side of yourself. It gives you the chance to actually appreciate the good things you have done to yourself. And one way you can forgive yourself for your past decision, I said it's something we call self-forgiveness. And once you've done that, it's important for you to reinforce it with positive financial affirmations, such as saying, I'm not defined by my past decisions. I am capable of improving my financial life. I deserve to be free of money shame. You can add on the list. These are just examples that I am giving you, but you can add on the list. Then the third one, I said, make a list of everything you've done well. Now, since overcoming money shame can be really difficult and frustrating, I usually say, if you cannot pick out the good things you've done with money, you can choose to list down the good things you've done even in general life. So list them down. Then once you've listed them down, maybe you're so good at cooking healthy foods, or you're so good at exercising, or you're so good at writing. List them down, then attach a financial activity to them. So you can say, I usually write so well. So every time I am writing, immediately I finish writing, I will review my debt, or I will review my financial status. So by doing such a thing, it will help you slowly by slowly start rising up and coming out of your money shame. The fourth one that I've said is you um, choose small things you can start doing now. Now, this is where I've seen a lot of people, since they want to get out of debt really quickly, they put a lot of pressure on themselves. And what this results to, it results to them sliding back into more debt. So maybe you have, let's say you have a debt of $1 million or whichever currency. Now you find someone that they want to get out of this debt, so they will sacrifice everything, totally everything, even their basic needs, just because they want to get out of that debt. Now what happens is that since you're giving your mind a shock. So what it will do, instead of you enjoying the journey of getting out of debt, your mind will get a shock and it will act defense. It will fall into a defense mode. So you'll find yourself, instead of really enjoying the journey, you're sacrificing too much, you'll end up borrowing more. So it's important for you to choose small things you can start doing now. If you are in massive debt, yes, it's there, but you need to break it down to small things you can do. You could start with like making a list of your expenses so that you can know where your money is going. You can start by having a budget, which you can gladly help you with it. Then from there, once you are able to now start following your budget, knowing what your monthly expenses are, you're now able to know how much money you are having and how much you can commit to repaying a debt. So that was the fourth one. Now, the last one, or the last tip that can help you overcome money shame, is working with a professional. This is where I really recommend you. Honestly, if you are in a money mess or money situation that is terrible, this is the time you need to find a financial coach or a financial planner, which we offer at Financial Wellness Center, so that the person can guide you and help you make sober decisions. Remember, no man is an island, and anyone that is isolating you from people, you need to be careful with such a person. Now, the benefit of working with a professional is that a professional will be able to help you make sober decisions and pinpoint mistakes that you may not be able to see. Now, money shame is a very difficult situation to be in. I've seen a lot of people, when they get bankrupt, even their friends run away from them. The society doesn't want to be associated with them. You've seen big companies that have become bankrupt. Nobody wants to be associated with them. Now, you can also become bankrupt as an individual. Now, this is the time you need to seek a professional. A professional, a professional will help you to go through these deep, painful issues that you need to work through. Now, if you want to focus on moving forward and identifying and implementing solution, Financial Wellness Center will help you on that. Remember, there are certain situations you may have found yourself in. They're so deep, they are so messy, you can't get out of them alone. You need someone to hold your hand. You need someone to let you know that this is the right time to make a move, or this is not the right time to make a move. So if you are in a money shame situation, or if you're going through a money depression situation right now, it's very important for you to run to a financial coach. We are so happy to announce that Financial Wellness Center do offer that service, and we can walk with you through your journey and help you get out of it successfully while you are enjoying the process. Now, I'll just give us an example. Recently, I saw somebody actually sent me something from Twitter that somebody said, I invested my money in the stock market and all this because people were saying this stock, the price is going down. So I invested quite a lot of money in that stock. And 2 months down the line, that stock crashed, that company crashed. Now, the thing is, just because a share price is down, just because people are saying company so and so is selling their shares at an extraordinary low price, it doesn't mean it's the right time for you to buy. And you can only know that when you are consulting a professional who is able to analyze that industry, or who has more information about such an industry, so that you can make a wise decision. I've seen other people who said, I invested my money in such a certain tool and I lost everything. Yet there's another person who invested money in the same investment tool and they're enjoying it because they consulted a financial coach. So when you are in a financial mess, when you are undergoing through a money shame, it could be you're now bankrupt. It could be you're now wallowing into massive debt. It's important for you to seek the services of a financial professional. Financial Wellness Center is happy to offer you that service at a very affordable fee. And when you seek such services, it's going to help you gain clarity and control over your money. Remember, I've said it more times in this live session. Money shame is like an addiction. If you don't have a professional holding your hand, if you don't have someone to hold your hand, chances are high you might make the simple step of getting out, but you find yourself sliding back to it because you don't have someone to hold you accountable, to let you know that no, this is an emotional decision you're making right now. No, this is not the right time to do this money action. You need someone to guide you on that. So to all those that have watched us, thank you so much for joining us. Those are the 5 tips that can help you overcome money shame. As I said, there is no financial mess that is too big to get out of it, provided that you have the right financial coach or professional. Trust me, you can easily step out of it. Yes, some financial messes take time, but what is important is you need to enjoy the journey. You don't need to be having anxiety all the time when you're thinking about your money. You don't need to be angry. You don't need to be stressed out every time you're thinking about your financial situation. When you have the right financial mentorship, you will be able to enjoy the journey actually. And that is what has happened with most of our clients. And I'm so happy when every time they share with me their testimonials. It's because as Financial Wellness Center, we try our best to make your financial journey fun and enjoyable. We break it down to you so that what you see like a big mountain, you can slash it with us. through simple yet fun ways. So if you are going through a money shame right now, if you're going through a situation that you feel like, I've made quite a number of money mistakes, I don't know how I can get out, this is the time for you to write us up and just let us know, you know what, I've been in this, I've gotten myself in this money mistake and I need to get out. As Financial Wellness Center, one of our policy is to serve you with the highest level of integrity and confidentiality. So be guaranteed anything you share with us, it will not come out and nobody will judge you. Because a lot of people judge others with the money mistakes they've made. I've seen a lot of people say, who told you to take that credit card? How stupid were you to do this? That is something anyone can do. When it comes to Financial Wellness Center, there's nothing like that. We understand sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes things can go very fast on us. And what is important to us is to see you as our clients rising above it. Condemning you, criticizing you, judging you won't change the situation. But when we offer you a hand that is willing to hold you, when we guide you, when we make the process easy for you, it becomes easy for you to overcome the money shame you may have put yourself in. So if you're going through a money shame right now, if you're going through a very, challenging financial situation, you may have found yourself in, or you may have made that decision thinking it will turn out to be good. Don't be ashamed. Financial Wellness Center is here to help you, and that is one of the reasons we put this video out during this Wealth Wednesday show, so that you can get to know that you are not alone. Don't isolate yourself. Come to us, talk to us, let us help you. It is our sole responsibility to see you overcoming your situation, and it is definitely our joy every time we hear testimonials that our clients have finally come out the money shame they found themselves in. So until then, I really want to thank you. If you have any question, just feel free to write it down in the comment section, or you can write it later on once you come across this live session. And to those that have stayed with us throughout this 1 hour Wealth Wednesday show, I want to say thank you, and thank you so much. We appreciate your support. We really, really honor you, and thank you so much. I would also encourage you to share this link out with your friends. If you have friends that you feel they need to listen to this show, let them listen to it. Share it out. Share it out to your WhatsApp. Share it out to your Instagram. Share it out to your Twitter. Share it out to your Facebook. Spread the word. Remember, if you rise alone, it won't make much effects. But if you rise with others, then you can change the whole world. So if you share this video out, it is not only going to benefit you, it will also benefit somebody else and somebody else. And by the time we know it, we are transforming a generation. I would also like to announce to us that we are now open for the August WhatsApp class registration. If you'd like to be part of the August WhatsApp class registration, we are now open. We shall be sharing more details in the description box below. So if you want to be part of it, this is the time. Start sending us a DM. Start writing to us that I want to be part of this August WhatsApp class, as we are going to teach on very deep financial principles that will help you become financially fit. We have always wanted to become fit, health-wise, fit, career-wise, fit, everything. But are you financially fit? We've had people, I want to be financially stable, I want to be financially, all that. But are you financially fit? Because you need to be fit so that you can become stable. The same way you go to a doctor and they tell you, you know what, you are not fit. Or sometimes you've seen like people who go for the interview for, I think it's military or police. You are always told you're not physically fit. So what does that mean? It means that maybe you need to improve on something. The same applies when it comes to finances. You need to be financially fit. And how you become financially fit is by learning various money principles and putting them into action. And that is what the August WhatsApp class is all about. We are going to teach you how you can become financially fit that will help you now work on your journey towards becoming financially stable and financially free. So until then, I encourage you to follow us on Instagram at Financial Wellness Center as highlighted in this video, and we shall be happy to follow you back. Visit our Facebook page, Financial Wellness Center, and leave us a like or follow so that you can be updated every time we are uploading a new video. We are sharing information about money management or business management. So until then, I hope to see you in our next video. I encourage you to share this video out and give us a thumbs up. And most of all, remember to press the subscribe button. Once you watch this live show, after that, press the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you can always be notified every time we are going live on this platform. So until then, thank you so much for your time. I really wish you a blessed evening or day, and keep on staying safe. Ensure you wear a mask if you're going outside, sanitize as much as possible, and maintain social distancing so that we can combat this COVID-19. I hope to see you next time. Let's keep living financially healthy. Thank you.